Hello everyone and welcome to Merlin's Manor. Today I'm going to be playing Final Girl Terror from the Grave. That's going up against the zombies here at the Wingard Cottage. And I chose the Wingard Cottage for the location because it's going to give off that Night of the Living Dead feel. Now Wingard Cottage is going to add these craftable items here that you're going to pick up these different things, wood, discarded tools, rope, or nails from around the board. It's going to cost you one time to pick those up when you're on the location that relates to them. And then you're going to be able to craft these different items. And some of them are just using those items you find around the board. And some, like this nail bat here, requires the wooden bat you find in here. Disemboweler is going to need a wooden bat and a knife, which you could find in here. It may or may not be there. And so that's the basics of Wingard Cottage. Now let's go over the setup for the zombies here. And when the zombies are going to start out, you don't have a killer board. Instead, you're going to put a finale card out and a dark power card. And on that dark power card, you're going to place this zombie horde here. That's going to remind you that the first time you add a zombie horde to the board, you are going to go ahead and flip that dark power, and that's going to apply for the rest of the game at that point. Now the zombie hordes, I got the miniatures here. My wife painted these ones to different colors. Blue matching here. This multicolored one is going to be for the gray ones here. And then this yellow set here is going to be for the yellow ones. They have these. If you are not going to paint them different colors, you can always just use these underneath. Like that will tell you which one it is. You're also going to have the Bloodlust track here that's set up. And the Bloodlust is starting here, and you're going to start the horror on 4. The rest of the setup, you are going to go ahead and set out a zombie on each exit location. And you're going to set a zombie in the killer location, which for fishing trip here is actually going to be on one of the exits. So we're going to have 2 already set up over here on this side. We're also going to place out these vehicle tokens here. And you're going to put 1 on each exit. And then for the 4th one here, since there's only 3 exits, we're going to put it in the one that's furthest from the final girl, which is this one over here. Now each of these, 3 of them have an X on the other side, and 1 of them has a vehicle symbol on the other side. And you have a vehicle that's related to the location that you are in, which is locked until you find that steering wheel. And so we're going to put that face down to remind us that we don't yet have the scooter. Now how do we win the game? We win the game when there are no zombies left on the board at all. No regular zombies, no hordes. That's going to be a bit difficult at the beginning of the game because as you see, each time that the zombies act, they are going to be adding in a zombie. What they're going to do is they're going to move 1. If they are next to a victim or a final girl, they're going to move to that space. Otherwise, they're going to have to roll a dice to panic whatever direction that they are told to panic based off of the numbers on the board. They only ever move once, and with the Terror deck, when it's flipped over, if you have movement on there, the Horde will move, but the zombies will not move unless a dark power comes in that allows the zombies to move. Now, if there's ever 3 or more zombies on the same space together at the end of the killer phase, then they will become a horde. The first time that happens is going to come from here, flip over that dark power, and then from then on, they're going to come from the other ones here. If there's ever 3 zombie hordes out and a 4th one would be added, then you automatically lose the game. And so you want to make sure you're not allowing too many hordes to form. There's also a finale card out there that that allows hordes to combine, which normally hordes will not combine, but if that finale comes out, then they can combine. And another loss condition then becomes if there's ever 12 or more zombies in a horde. When you add that horde together, you're going to add the 3 hearts here, plus any others that get added. And then whenever another zombie would come in the same location as a horde, it would get added. You'd add a heart there. And also something that happens whenever the zombies attack and kill somebody, you'll add a zombie to the board. If it was a horde that did it, or if there's a horde in that same space, then you would add a heart to that zombie's card to show that there's an extra zombie in that horde there that you're going to have to defeat. Now, hordes are considered killers for all purposes, whether it's a terror card or an event card or whatever is telling you something. If there's no hordes on the board when it says something about a killer, then you will have to just ignore whatever's being told to do by the killer related to the killer in that situation until there is a horde on the board. Now, regular zombies only have that movement of 1, and then they do an attack damage of 1 to anybody that's in their space, and they are going to actually combine their forces to do 1 attack. If you are in a space with zombies and you attack them, you can go ahead and do all the damage you want to the zombies, or you can choose to attack one of the hordes. If you have 2 damage, there's 2 zombies in there with you, you can kill both zombies that way. Or you can choose to attack the horde, and you'll do damage based on, you take hearts off based on how much you attack there. Now, a horde always remains a horde, even if it drops below 3 health. And so let's go ahead and just get right on into the game. And I'm going to go ahead and figure out what I want to do. I know I want that bat because I might want to craft something over there, and that's over in the shed. So I think I'm going to make the top priority heading that direction, at least to a certain degree. I want to save some people because on the way, of course, it gives me some bonuses. And then on the back side here, her ability is once per action phase, you may spend 2 time to deal damage to an enemy in your space. And the killer can't lose its final health this way. That can be very handy in dealing with all the zombies that are out there. So definitely want to be able to unlock that eventually. It only takes 5 people to unlock that. So I'm definitely going to walk somewhere. Let's just go ahead and roll for it, see what we get. I got 1 success. I can turn it into 2 by discarding a couple cards. Actually, on second thought, I might start out coming down this way to save these people. I have to come around, though, to do that. No, I'm going to start just making my way over to the shed. So I'm going to go ahead and discard short rest and weak attack to turn this into a second success. I'm going to go 1, 2 like that. And then I'm going to try walking again, see what happens. Got 1 success. So I'm just going to walk on in here to the shed. And I'm going to stop there with my 2 cards. And I forgot to spend 1 for each walk there that I did. So I spent 2 time. I have 4 time left. 2 of it's definitely going to be getting a search. And for the other 2... I'm going to get a couple close calls. I'm going to stay there and focus on searching this next round, and I'll have some close calls for when I need them. So now, the zombies are going to move. One's not adjacent to anybody, so let's roll for him. A 1 is going to go this direction. This one's also not adjacent, so it's going to panic its movement. It's going to go 3 to there. And then these 2 over here got a 6 and a 5. They're both moving this way. Okay, and then we're going to spawn a zombie in, and we do that based on the number on this side here, which right now is 1, in the one that's furthest away from us since they're all tied at 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are tied. I'm just going to go ahead and put it over here. And then we flip over a terror card. They just keep coming. So now we're going to put a zombie over here because it's the one that's furthest away from us that's tied at 0 out of those 2. And now it's our turn. We're going to search. We got 1 success, so I'm just going to take this wooden bat here. And that's a 2-handed weapon, so we put it right there. And that costs us 1 time. Oh, and with the nails, right? Yeah, so I'm going to spend 1 time to pick up the nails. Put them in my backpack. Now the question is, do I just make the nail bat? Or do I try for the disembowel? I'm just going to make the nail bat. It's going to cost me 2 more time. And so these go back here. This gets discarded, and I have the nail bat there. It's going to do 2 damage whenever I use it. And so I'm also going to now focus. Oh, did not focus well. I'm just going to discard a focus and a close call. That's going to go there 1. That's going to go 1 there. And then I'm going to discard the close call to give myself 2. And with 2, see, I'm going to be getting walk, short rest, weak attack, and walk back. I think I am going to still get a sprint though. I want lots of movement. Okay, now let's see what they're going to do. So this person is adjacent to these guys, so he's going to move there. This one's adjacent to them, so he's going to move there. All the rest are going to have to panic to do their movement. We're going to start with this guy here. He moves to the 2, which he's just going to straight that way. Let's do these 2 now. A 6 and a 2. 6 will go that way, and 2 will go that way. And then the one guy that was just hanging out in there is going to go 4. He's going to go that way. Now we spawn in. It's going to be one of these two locations because they're both empty. This one's furthest away. So right there. Now terror card. They're coming to get you, Barbara. So they're going to attack one person in their space. So this one's going to attack and kill this person. Bloodlust is going to go up 1, and we're going to add a zombie to that space there. And this one's with somebody, so that's going to go up 1. That means the terror is going to go up 1. And then we're going to add a zombie to that space. And then the terror is going to go up 1 more. So, I need to get this horror under control here. I think I'm going to try and sprint out and save some people some direction or another. Let's go ahead and roll. That one's cocked. Let's go ahead and roll it again. Ew. Let's go ahead and get rid of weak attack and short rest to make that a success, which means 2 spaces. So 1, 2. I'm just going to go this direction. And then I'm going to walk. That cost me, oh, I forgot to reset that. That cost me 1 time. And I'm not going, I can't actually have 1 card. I'm just going to go ahead and take the hit on this one. I'm going to move 1 space, lose 2 time, and a heart for the fail condition here. I get to check this out because I'm in the space with it. That is not a vehicle. I also get to rescue these 2 people here in the exit. I'm going to do that one to make the horror come down 1. And for the other one, I can either move a space, gain a heart, or get 3 time. I think I'm going to take advantage of the move a space to get going some direction. And I'm going to move this way. Oh, I forgot to panic people in the upkeep phase. Real quick. This guy would have gone this way. And actually the guy that was with me, or was here, he would have just gone this way. I still would have been able to rescue him. Okay. And that's all that would have happened. So at least I didn't mess up what I just did. Let's call that one. I'm going to get these back, and I have 3 time to spend. I'm going to do that with getting a distraction. So these all go back. Sprint goes back there. Now they are going to move. These 2 are going to go this way because there are more victims there. And so ties, even though there's 1 away from each of us, ties go to the one with the most victims. Also here would have been a tie as well. But 3 victims breaks the tie there. This one's also going to go this way because there's more victims there. And then these 2 are going to go this way. And all of the rest are going to need to roll to see where they go. You got 1, he's actually going to stay there. 4, going to go that way. 1 is going to go that way. And the last one, 2, is going to go that way. Now we don't actually resolve these becoming a horde until the end of the killer phase. So we're going to ignore this right now. We're going to go straight into flipping a terror card. And they're going to put more zombies out. We're still at 1 on the zombie spawning. The one furthest away from me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be this one. Now, at the end of the killer phase, these ones are all going to become a horde. Like that. Put 3 health on here. Like that. And nobody died, so we don't have to panic anybody just yet. Now we are going to go into our phase after we flip this dark power and see what's going on here. If a horde moves into a space with another horde, merge them into 1 horde, combining their health. If any horde ever has 12 or more health, you immediately lose the game. So that's the one I was talking about earlier. We need to keep hordes from coming together and being equal to 12 here. Normally hordes will not combine, but this card breaks that and allows them to combine into 1 major horde. So let's go ahead and start out with the distraction. Getting this horror level down, hopefully. So we got 1 success, which lowers the horror 1, and time comes down 1. And then let's go ahead and focus. Ooh, those guys are going to die. There's nothing I can do about it, too. Well, one of them is going to die. Oh, that's not good. So I'm going to discard both of these to make it a success. That's going to come down 1. That's going to come down 1. And that's going to end my turn because I'm out of cards. I have 4 to spend. I'm going to get these 3 back. Let's go ahead and get a sprint and a couple close calls. I want to get some movement going around the board here. Okay, so minions first, which is the zombies. These 2 are going to move this way and combine with this horde here. So I'm just going to leave those there for a moment while I do everything else. This one is going to need to panic. This one's already where he needs to be, so let's go ahead and start doing the panicking ones. So we got a 4. I'm going to go that way. That's caught. 1 is going to go this way. And 4 is going to go that way. Let's go ahead and add the 2 health over here now. And then we do the killers, which... Oh, yeah. We do the killer, which is going to attack. He's going to move and attack, but doesn't have to move. There's 1 attack, which adds 1 health there. And the bloodlust is going to go up 1. We're going to have another event. Oh, I forgot about... Oh, I would have spent 1 less time that round, too. Because getting resourceful, the starting event was crafting requires 1 less time. I don't know what that would have changed. Oh, well. Home security. Oh, this is the one where we get to grab these things. You can be activated during any action phase when there are no enemies in the house. When activated, enemies are not allowed to enter the house. When an enemy tries to enter the house, place a token on this card and they don't move. So we can kind of go inside when there's no enemies in there, but right now there are. And we can set the security system up. And then they can basically, it's going to take 3 times of them trying to get in to actually get in. So let's go ahead and do a terror card now. Oh, we have a minor dark power. If a victim would panic, instead move it towards the closest victim. When we have 3 zombies or horde has been killed, then we can remove that card from the game. Okay, now for our turn. Let's try and see if we... Oh, we got a panic. 4 and 3, so boom and boom. And then panic the 1 guy in there with those 2 zombies. We're going to go to 4, which is straight up there. Okay, let's get some sprinting done so we can maybe unlock our power here. No, wait, first, do we have a focus or anything? No, we don't. Ooh, 2 successes. So we have movement of 3. 1, 2, 3 to there. And 1 time lost. Walk. Let's just go ahead and discard 2 cards. 1, 2. No, sorry, 1. And 1 movement. We get to check these. Yep. Steering wheel, so that means that we have now unlocked the vehicle. We can remove all the other ones from the board. And now if we buy one of these for 1, we can have an automatic movement with no roll required. If we move into a space with a horde, we have to remove the card from the game, and there's 2 of the cards there. We're saving these 2 people, which I'm going to use the move 1 space and 3 time. So I'm going to move 1 space, gain 3 time, 1, 2, 3, like that. And then I'm going to, for my spending, I'm going to get a retaliate for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 more to spend. I think I'm going to get a scooter for 1. And a meditate for 2. Plus we get these cards back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we now have a scooter can be with us. So now during their phase, the minions are going to move, these 2 are going to move here. These ones are going to move here. That one needs to panic. That way. And then this guy is going to move and attack me. But I am going to play retaliate. Just like I planned it. I got 2 of those. Right now he's attacking for 3. If I turn one of them, he does 1 damage to me, and I can do 1, 2, 3 damage back to him. Oh, these automatically come and are absorbed by the Horde, so let's give the Horde 2 more health there. I think I'm just going to discard 2 cards. I'm going to discard 2 focus cards. Turn one of these into a success. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 damage to the Horde. And then I take a damage as well, because I only blocked 2 of it. Okay, let's do the terror card and see what happens. I'm surrounded. And so everybody's going to move. Nobody needs to move except this person. They're going to form a horde. So out comes this horde in there. Actually, it's at the end of the killer phase, so we won't worry about it. So actually, that doesn't actually happen. If there are at least 2 hordes in play, raise the horde 2. Technically, this isn't a horde until the end of the killer's phase after this card's resolved. So we're not actually having to move that up, thankfully. And the killer's already where he needs to be, so nothing more gets done. That was actually a fairly innocuous card. Okay, so first thing I'm doing on my turn is meditating, which is one of the signature action cards there. Which you get 1 of those that you can get, and it's from the box of props. I'm going to roll. Ugh. What am I going to get rid of? I'm going to get rid of the 2 close calls. For better or for worse. That's going to go down 1. And I get a heart back. And time is going to go up 1 to 7. Now I'm going to try to walk with 3 dice. Hopefully I get a 2. I did not get 2. I got 1. Now I'm moving in there. It cost me 1 time. I'm getting these cards back. You're going to get a Furious Strike. It's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 2 more to spend. Guess we get a sprint or a guard. I'm going to get a guard. Just to be on the safe side. Okay, back up to 6 there. There are no zombies on the board, so this guy stays here and attacks this guy for, gets him 1 health, and that's going to go up 1. And this guy is going to come in here with us, attack one of these guys. It's going to go up 1, Horde is going to go 1, and he gets a health. And then we do a terror card, and we hope that he doesn't kill the other guy. Place the killer at the porch. There's multiple killers. Does that mean both killers go to the porch? I guess so. Boom and boom. And the horror is going to go 1 more. That actually was not a bad card. Buys us some space. Back down to 2 dice being rolled. We are in a situation where we can unlock our power. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a close one. These hordes are actually going to become 1 horde. So actually that's not a good thing. Oh, and I forgot to add a zombie. Well, I forgot to do that last time too, didn't I? I guess the furthest one is there. And for last time, I'm going to say there. Or actually, last time we were there and this time's there. So this guy would have moved out last time. And this guy's moving out this time. No, he just spawned in, so he's not moving yet. This is not good, actually, from them. That card was a terrible card for what the dark power is. Start out by walking, I guess. And of course, I'm just going to go 1 space, 2 time, and a heart. Then I'm going to use my scooter to come here. I'm going to get a heart back and unlock my power here. So once per action phase, I may spend 2 time to deal 1 damage to an enemy in my space. And then I'm going to spend 4 time. Wait, I'm actually going to get rid of the short rest to get 5 time. You know, and the weak attack to get 6 time. I'm going to get the retaliate for 4 and 2 close calls for the other 2, and all these come back. Okay, so first thing that's going to happen is the minions are going to act. So this one's going to go that way. That one's going to go that way. And then the killer is going to move up to 2 spaces. 1, 2. And it can do attack for 4. But I'm going to play retaliate. Means rolling 2 dice. 2 successes, which means I ignore all damage from the attack. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and for the zombies, we are going to put one in the furthest from me, which is there. Okay, now we flip. Don't forget double tap. He's going to attack me. Do I have a guard? I have a guard. Although they're doing 4 damage, which gets me down to my final health if I just let it happen. And then I can be rolling an extra die. I think I'm going to let it happen. Horde does 4 damage to me. The others aren't where they can attack anybody. May or may not be a mistake. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do on my turn, upkeep phase. First of all, before that, panic all victims, and because of this minor dark power, they're not going to panic. They're going to move towards the killer, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Either way. So move that way. Oh, sorry, that way. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. So let's try to focus to start out with. I get 1 extra dice because I'm on my final health. That goes down 1. That goes down 1. Do it again. Oh, I gotta get rid of 2 cards to make that work. Walk in a close call. It's gonna go down 1. That's gonna go down 1. Now I'm gonna spend 2 time to deal a damage to an enemy in my space. And I'm gonna do Furious Strike. Oh, I got 4 dice now. Got the 2 successes I needed. Which means it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Horde is going to come down 1. I have 2 time to spend, which is going to be on a guard. I get all these back. And this is going to be touch and go. Okay, let's start with the zombies. They all have to panic their movement. And boom. And then we're going to spawn one in furthest from me that doesn't have a zombie in it. Still at 1. 1 more on the bloodlust and we'd be putting 2 in. Then the killer is going to attack me. I'm going to do a guard. Rolling 4 dice still. This is where things are getting dicey. Oh. I gotta spend a close call on 2 time to re-roll. Okay. Guarded completely. Now we flip a terror card. Place 2 new victims at the porch. Horror comes down 1, and we do an event card. Escape attempt. The victim closest to the driveway is going to make a run for the exit. Roll 1 die. If the result is 5 or 6, the victim moves 1 space closer to the driveway. It's a 6. If the result is 1 to 4, the victim would have died, and we repeat until the victim either reaches the driveway or is killed. It reached the driveway, and so it's going to escape. So luckily another attack didn't come out, or I would have had to have guarded again and hope for the best. I'm going to start out with a short rest, because I need to get at least 1 health back. for what I'm about to do. And I would like more than 1 health back, but I don't know that that's worth it. So I'm just going to take the 1 health and lose a time. It'll be fine. Okay, so I lose 1 on dice because now I'm no longer at my final health, but I'm going to do weak attack. I really didn't want to risk getting only 1 success with no health. Okay, I got 1 success. I'm going to go ahead and let that happen. Basically, I lose a health, but I also deal all the damage I need to this guy, which was only 1 health. He is gone. So now all we have left are these zombies here, but that one's could possibly become a horde. Oh, this should come with me. So yeah, I got 3. Let's put these back where they belong. I've got 3 to spend if I stopped right now. I think I am going to stop right now. And I'm going to get a meditate and a close call, and all these cards are going to come back. Okay. So, minions. Start with these 2 here. 1 and 2. 1 that way, 2 that way. This one's a 1, it's going to go that way. This one's a 2, it's going to go that way. Then we're going to spawn 1 in. This one's got somebody in it, so it's going to go here. And then we don't have no killer. Flip the terror card. There's dead people everywhere. They're going to attack anybody in their spaces. There's nobody in their spaces. There's at least 2 hordes in play. There's not. That was a good terror card. I'm going to walk using 4 dice. And I still only got 1 success. Walk again. Still only 1 success. All these dice and only 1 success. To there. Now I'm going to meditate. Two successes, which means 2 health. And the horror is going to go down 1, and I'm going to get 2 time. Oh, but I spent 2 time walking. I'm going to hold on to the rest of these cards. Got 6 to spend. I'm going to get these 2 back. I feel like doing Furious Strike for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close Call and a Scooter. Okay, so this guy will move here. This guy panicking to there. Next guy is going to go there. That guy is going to go there. He's going to go there. Oh, this was gone when we destroyed the horde earlier, so they're no longer abiding by that. Okay. Oh, and we spawn 1. 1, 2. It's going to be here. A terror card. Place 2 new victims in each bedroom. Man, the victims are just coming out. All coming out of the woodworks. And then horror level is going to go 1. Okay, so I'm going to weak attack this guy right here. I got 3 dice to do it. Or no, wait. No, that's not weak attack. Let's spend 2 to deal a damage to somebody in my space. I like that better. No risk of getting hurt that way. And then we're going to use the scooter to scoot over 1 and save this guy, which is going to give us a movement into here. Scooter has to stay outside. Go ahead and focus keeping the horror down. Might as well. Or not. Let's see. We'll get rid of the other focus. I want to get rid of the short rest in the moment. We'll get rid of a close call. So that's going to come down 1, that's going to come down 1. So we got 3 to spend. Oh, I also want to do short rest though, so let's go ahead and do a short rest now. Okay, so 1 success means I get a heart, and time's going to come down 1. Actually, I kind of feel like, no, let's go ahead and turn it into a second success here. Getting rid of weak attack and close call so I can get extra heart and the time doesn't come down. And I'm going to get an improvise for 3. I'm going to start setting up for what I might need to do in the future. Oh, I should have revealed the finale at the end there. If there is an enemy in your space at the end of the action phase, you lose a heart. Well, there isn't. Their numbers are endless. And then we're going to be moving all zombies before resolving attacks. So, this zombie comes here. And we roll for the other zombies. 4. And 2. And 5. And 3. Okay, then they attack. This one's going to kill that person. Bloodlust goes up 1, and a new zombie comes out right there. This one's going to attack me for 1 damage, or I can guard. I'm going to go ahead and guard just to do it. No reason to lose damage here. Okay, so I defended successfully. I can spend 2 time to kill this guy. No. They're going to attack there. Yeah, let's spend 2 time to kill that one. And then we're going to walk. 1, cost me a time. I got 3, which is awkward. I'll get this for 1. And this for 2, I guess. So resolve the movement first. That guy's going to move there. The others are going to roll for their movement. 6 and 5. Then these guys are going to kill this guy. Bloodlust is going to go up 1. An event's coming out. Randomly select 2 crafted item cards from the unused crafted items that are now available to craft. Not that that's going to matter. Porcupine and the Obliterator. These guys are going to become a horde. 1, 2, and 3 on here. I was supposed to get these back, wasn't I? I need a good walk right here. And that's not a good walk. I'm going to discard 2 focuses to at least be able to move 1 without hurting myself in 1 time. I'm going to do short rest while I'm here. Or not. So the horror goes up 1. I still gain a heart. I lose a time. And my turn is over. That's not a problem. Because all I really need to do is probably buy a retaliate for 4. Okay. So these guys are each going to walk. 1 there. 4 there. This guy's going to come into my space, but he's going to attack victims first. So that guy dies. Bloodlust goes up by 1. And nobody else is where they can attack anybody. So now I'm going to play improvise. And that was terrible. Walk, and I guess weak attack. To make my next action, 3s and 4s will count as successes. I'm going to do Furious Strike. I got 1 success. I can potentially turn it into 2. Oh, I meant to spend 2 time to do 1 damage first, though. Oh, wait, 1... No, I didn't need to do that, actually, because even the smallest hit would kill it all. So I do 3 damage. Horror comes down by 1. And I have to end my turn. But he is gone. And now we're just down to a few people. Roll. Boom. Roll to 3, which is that way. Oh, and I had, how much to spend? 6? Yeah. Get all these back. And do I get a critical blow just so I have it? Because I don't have any other attack cards for the moment, so that's all I'm gonna do is spend 6 on a critical blow when they only need 1, potentially 2 to kill them. Let's go ahead and walk. Oh, that was a terrible walk. 2 focuses. Turn that into a success, and I walk 1 like that. That's all I can do for the moment. Maybe I should have done more. That was 1 time. Let's go ahead and get a sprint for 2. Close call for 1, another sprint for 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 exactly. Roll for the zombies. Running away from me. And 1 coming towards me. Let's sprint. 1, 2 is all I needed to get there. So I will not be turning 1 in. And I am going to spend, so that cost me 1 time. I'm going to spend 2 more time to take this zombie out. Then I'm going to walk. 1 to there. I'm just going to leave the zombie behind, the victim behind. And I am going to use critical blow. Overkill. And I got 2 successes. Boom. Okay, and that's how you play Final Girl Terror from the Grave. Hope you've enjoyed this video. It was a little touch and go there for a moment. I find the zombies to be one of the harder killers to go up against. I'm sitting around about a 50% win ratio against them, whereas I have closer to 75% ratio for all the other killers combined. And so they're definitely very difficult to go against. There are some easier locations than Wingard Cottage. One of the easiest locations to go up against the zombies is actually Station 2891. Because it only has 1 place that they're going to be spawning in from, so you can somewhat puppy guard that area to keep them from becoming out of control. You can also play against the zombies at Storybook Woods. Is a pretty easy one because of the raft. If you get that raft, you can just go down the river and start killing a bunch of zombies really easily there. I haven't played the zombies at many of the Season 1 locations, and so I don't know how all those played. And so, but those are the easier ones from the Series 2 that I have played against. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's taught you how to play against the zombies here. And if you need a little bit more information on Wingard Cottage, I have the video right here where I took on the intruders at Wingard Cottage. And you can check out some more of my videos. I'd appreciate that very much, especially if you'll hit that like button and subscribe to see more videos. And I'll catch you in the next one.